Dear children, this is Mentors English Express and I am Sudha Oberoi. This video is for the parents whose children are in classes 10th and 12th and are going to appear in the board exams in May, June 2021. Dear parents, this is very crucial time for your children as the exams are approaching and children are nervous and stressed. Your support is going to inculcate confidence in them and motivate them to work hard. We know that together, that is parents and children together, can overcome all hurdles. Let's understand how can we improve the percentage of the children in board exams. There are three categories of children. The first category is of the children, those who are self-motivated. These children work meticulously and they plan for their studies. And since they are conscious and independent, they try to overcome their problems on their own. Such children take help from parents and teachers to clear their doubts. Today, there are so many videos available, so by watching them, they can clear their doubts and prepare for their boards. So they are self-motivated children. The second category is of the children who require motivation. Now these children need some sort of motivation to propel them to study. If they get good guidance, they can do well in their exams. Yet there is another category of children who are of carefree attitude. This category of children think that somehow they will get sufficient marks to pass in the board exams. There is no doubt that marks and good percentage is very important, but it is very necessary to have knowledge of the subject, command over concepts and language to become successful in life. So, here parents' role is very important for all three categories of children. Your positive approach can help them enhance their percentage in the exam. There are some tips for the parents. Your first tip is parents need to become guide and friends to their child. Parents must act as a guide and good friend to their child. You must create a congenial environment so that there is no fear of scolding or nagging, because scolding and nagging makes the child hide things from their parents. So you must act like a friend and must not compare your child with other children, as each and every child has his own pace of understanding the things. His opinion must be respected. This will make easy for you to take out solutions to the problems and ultimately save time and energy. And this will also develop his interest in studies. Scolding or nagging or comparing the child will make him feel inferior and he will lose interest in his studies. Tip number 2 is that you should be with or around your child when he is studying. Hence, it is very necessary to be with or around your child when he is studying. If your child likes to study in the morning, you must wake him up and sit with him. And if he studies late night, then also you must sit with him till late so that he doesn't feel lonely at all. A little sacrifice on your part is going to inspire him to work hard. Besides, there is another advantage of being around him while he is studying, that he will not fall asleep. And if he falls asleep, you are there to wake him up. Gradually, he will get into the habit of keeping awake while studying and concentrating in a better way. The best way to keep him alert and awake is to ask a question or two in between and to see if he is really concentrating. You can also take short periodic tests. You can take tests of a few short questions to check if the chapter is clear to him. Tip number 3 is, if possible, be a mentor to your child and provide him good material. If you can teach him, there is nothing better than this. You must study the chapter before explaining it to him, and if you are not able to teach him, make him join any good tuition. But your responsibility doesn't end here. You must keep a check on the syllabus coverage and must meet the tuition teacher often to find out his progress. Parents, you must know that sometimes children make an excuse of going to tuitions, but they bunk classes, chat and play with their friends and come back. So it is necessary to be in touch with the tuition teacher. This will discourage your child from bunking the classes. You must find out what is being taught and must see that he does his homework regularly, as homework is revision of the work done in the class. This will help him to cover the syllabus on time. Besides, the child will come to know his weaknesses on time and will have sufficient time to focus on the difficult portion. Your tip number 4 is to make a study plan and monitor it. This is very, very important, to make a plan and help him manage his time well and monitor it also. It is just like revision for the parents when they teach their child to make a timetable for them. Tip number 5 is help in making charts, tables, etc. Parents, you can help your child in making charts of definition, concepts, formulas, important dates of history and hang them on the wall so that they can revise them at any convenient time. It will save time as they will not have to search for them in the books again and again. Your tip number 6 is see that your child gets sound sleep. Your child requires 7-8 hours of sleep every day. He must sleep for 5.5 hours at night, and the remaining sleep must be covered during the day between studies. If your child is feeling sleepy while studying, he must be allowed to take a short nap, because forcing him to study when he is feeling sleepy will make him lose concentration and he will not understand whatever he is reading. It will be a waste of time. You will see that after a short nap, he will feel fresh and will be able to concentrate in a better way. Your tip number 7 is give him nutritious meals. You must serve variety of nutritious food to your child. It will not only keep him physically fit but mentally alert also. Your tip number 8 is that you must encourage him to do meditation and exercise. Meditation will keep him cool. It will also improve his concentration and memory. He will not get panicky in any situation. If he is interested in any sport like cricket or football, he must play those games at least for 5 days a week for an hour daily. This will also help him improve his concentration. Your tip number 9 is create a congenial environment at home. It is very, very important that you must give your child some breathing space. You must not keep him under strict vigilance, monitoring his each and every activity. What I mean to say is that your presence must not irritate him. It must give him a feeling that you are there to support him morally, take care of his studies, health, and most important, help him overcome problems that he comes across. And tip number 10 is your positive support will do wonders. Dear parents, we say that the child has grown up and can take care of himself. But here you are wrong. A child is always a child and will have to be reminded of his goals. In today's world, there are so many distractions. For example, mobile phone, which can be misused. So you must take care of all these things by guiding him. You must sacrifice watching TV serials as they are a big distraction. But that doesn't mean that you must pack up your TV. You can't keep him away from technology. So once in a while, allow him to watch a light comedy show, news to keep update, a chat show or a quiz. All these programs will not only keep him updated but also refresh his mind. Dear parents, a small effort on your part is going to make a big difference in your child's life and give pace to it. Dear parents, if you have enjoyed this video, like, share and subscribe it. You can also post your comments in the comment box below. All the best. Thank you.